Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ICCM Life Center family. Missing you. Hope you're watching our live streams and please comment so that we know you're out there. Uh, I don't know how much longer this is gonna go, but as long as it does, we're gonna continue to reach out and try to be a blessing. So, what I want to talk about today is I read a book called The Art of Neighboring a while ago. And, and one of the things that hinders us from being a good neighbor, and who is our neighbor? Everybody's basically our neighbor, but time restraints. Time doesn't allow us to always be a good neighbor. But hey, guess what? Some of us have nothing but time on our hands right now. And so it's a time to get creative, learn who your neighbors are, of course, social distancing, but finding out if they have needs. Do they have a need that we can meet? Um, some of you have been asking your neighbors if they needed food or if they needed meals, and that's awesome because that's the art of neighboring. That's the way we do this. Um, so I'm hoping that more of you will find out. I have some leaders that are coming, picking up food and taking it to their neighbors because it's not us being the good neighbor as much as it is you being the good neighbor. And my hope is then that you would share your live streams with them and just begin to win them to the Lord. Mark 12:31 is the second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. Uh, there it is. There is no commandment greater than these, than loving our neighbor. We have opportunity to love our neighbors. Uh, I'm taking pizzas out on the road with me. I'm stopping at people's houses and just giving them pizzas, checking in on them, putting the pizzas down, letting them take it, and then finding out if they're all right, if we can pray for them, what are their needs. 1 Peter 3:8 says this: finally, all of you, be like minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble, be like minded. Um, we as God's people need to be like minded. We need to have the same purpose, which is loving other people. It doesn't matter what you do as much as how you treat the person next to you when you're doing it. Um, God wants us to be his ambassadors, and this is how we become his ambassadors: by the art of neighboring, by the art of building relationships around us. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. Just as in fact you are doing. And I know that you are out there being a blessing, being an ambassador, being who you can be, the best that you can be, being safe, right? Wearing a mask, staying 6 feet or more apart, but being concerned for our neighbors, to make sure that they are not in want. Want of what? Want of food, want of clothing. Check in on your neighbors. Check in on the elderly that may live on your block. See if they need you to go grocery shopping for them. Uh, because they're at high risk, because they're vulnerable, it's not good for them to be outside. So maybe that's something that you can do. Anyway, this is a time of creativity. I love the word, the art of neighboring. The art of neighboring. It doesn't look the same for every person, it looks different. It's a canvas that we get to draw, that we get to paint. And how it turns out is totally up to us and how the Lord uses it. So family, that's my word for today. I just want to tell you that I love you. I miss you. Please leave a comment and see you tomorrow.